Hi, I'm Ella Cluderay, People Advisor for Role Psychology. One of the most common challenges that managers face when supporting neurodivergent employees is understanding where reasonable adjustments end and where normal workload and performance management begin. Reasonable adjustments are about removing barriers created by the workplace for someone with a protected characteristic, such as neurodivergence. Workload and performance management, by contrast, applies to everyone and focuses on capacity, priorities, and delivery. In practice, these two areas can feel blurred, particularly when employees are navigating personal challenges. Under the Equality Act 2010, autism, ADHD, specific learning difficulties, and other forms of neurodivergence can meet the legal definition of disability. Where this is the case, employees have a legal duty to make reasonable adjustments so the individual is not placed at a disadvantage compared to others. Adjustments may need to change over time depending on the individual, the role, and how the work was set up in the first place. Wherever possible, early disclosure can help make sure appropriate adjustments are put into place sooner, reducing the risk of avoidable overwhelm and burnout. However, disclosure is always the employee's choice. This is why creating a culture where people feel safe and supported to raise what they need to is so important. Reasonable adjustments are a legal requirement, although employers are not required to make adjustments that are unreasonable where there is a legitimate business reason, such as cost. Access to Work is a government scheme that provides grants to help people with disabilities or long-term health conditions get support in work, for example, through specialist equipment. Examples of reasonable adjustments include clear, direct communication with written follow-ups, predictable structures such as agendas, clear deadlines and examples of what good might look like, flexible working patterns where the role requirements allow, adjustments to the working environment such as quiet spaces, noise-cancelling headphones, or remote working if the role allows. Agreeing communication preferences and allowing processing time. Additional structure or regular check-ins. Many of these adjustments are simple, low cost, and often will benefit the wider team as well. At the same time, it is important to recognise that feeling overwhelmed doesn't automatically indicate that a reasonable adjustment is needed. Both neurodivergent and non-neurodivergent employees can experience periods of overload, and not every challenge relates to a protected characteristic. Common causes of workload pressure include unrealistic deadlines, poor prioritisation, unclear expectations, ongoing change or resourcing pressures. This is where effective people management plays a crucial role. For example, by clarifying priorities, reshaping workloads, pausing or deprioritising non-essential tasks. Some common traps that managers can fall into might include defaulting to reasonable adjustments to address workload or performance issues where they aren't necessarily required, making assumptions instead of having an open conversation with the employee, applying the same adjustment to everyone with the same diagnosis or label. The most effective approach is simple. Ask, don't assume. Neurodivergent employees often say that the best starting point is ask me what works for me. This keeps the focus on removing barriers rather than making assumptions. These conversations should always be respectful, collaborative, and ongoing. It's important to review as well. Helpful questions include, is there something about how we do the work that's making it harder than it needs to be? What would help you do your best work right now? Ultimately, supporting neurodivergent employees means removing barriers, avoiding assumptions and keeping the conversation open. When managers understand their legal duties, apply good people management consistently, and create a space for more open discussion, people are far more likely to genuinely be set up for success.